Hello and welcome to Inside the Summit League. Tom Neiman along with Brad Newitt, and we'll get to basketball here in a minute. But swimming and diving coming up. We got those championships, the indoor track and field championships as well, and a full slate of women's basketball. But we start with men's basketball. There was one Summit League game, and that was Oakland at Fort Wayne on Wednesday night. That is Louis Jacobo. He had a solid game in this one, 15 points. 8 rebounds, and Fort Wayne would get the job done. Frank Gaines on the throwdown. He had 17 to lead the Dons, and Fort Wayne up by 2 early. Early in the second half, Corey Petros going inside. Fort Wayne, though, still up by 1 early in the second half. Mario Hines going to make a nice cut to the basket right there, and Pierre Bland will find him for the and one. Fort Wayne up early in the second half, 10 points, 7 rebounds for Mario Hines. Fort Wayne up 1 with about 13 minutes left here. Isaiah McCray to Joe Reed for the strong reverse. And another and one. And Fort Wayne up 4. 14 in the game for Reed. And into the final 3 minutes. Fort Wayne up by a couple. Jacobo buries a huge triple to stretch the lead. And Fort Wayne wins it 77-71. All right, Newitt, Oakland and Fort Wayne, they will play each other again on Saturday, and it looks like they're going to play each other in the first round of the Summit League tournament as well. Does either one of them want this situation?
I don't know if either one of them wants the situation, but it's what's been dealt to them. And the thing that's interesting about this, Tom, is all 3 of these games have a lot of significance and meaning, especially the last potential one if they would meet in Sioux Falls.
All right, now to the Bracket Buster games, and this is the last time around for ESPN's Bracket Buster setup with this. Is that a good thing or a bad thing in your opinion?
I think it hurts the Summit League from an exposure standpoint. You know, you look at the fact that the Summit League was able to get on ESPN here the last few years with some of their better teams, and with the Bracket Buster going away, they're going to miss that opportunity. I know scheduling-wise it probably will work out a little smoother, though, in the future.
All right, let's take a look at some of these Bracket Buster games. On Saturday, North Dakota State at Akron, actually a Friday game, and then Omaha, IUPUI, and Oakland all playing at home. Go to Akron, Ohio, home of the Zips. Akron had won 17 games in a row coming into this ball game. Trayvon Wright with a 3. The Bison, though, just 5 of 24 on threes in the ball game. Mike Felt made 3 of those 5. And he had 15 off the bench for North Dakota State. Watch that move there by Lawrence Alexander. Nasty. He led the Bison with 19. And another Mike Felt 3 coming up here. But NDSU down by 14 in the first half. Trayvon Wright with a floater. You can call it a floater with a lot of guys. He actually floats. He was held to 5 points, though. Marshall Bjorklund was held to just 2. And NDSU not enough in this one. Right, a miss. Chris Kading on the follow, but Akron wins it 68-53. In Omaha, Nebraska, another Bracket Buster matchup here with the Mavericks hosting North Dakota from the Big Sky Conference. John Karhoff, big man for Omaha, had 17, and then Matt Hagerbomber on a dunk, and the Mavs are up by 5 in the first half. Aaron Anderson hit 4 of 5 3-point shots. He had 19, and North Dakota up by 3 late in the first half. Troy Huff, speaking of guys who can get up, he led North Dakota with 21 in the ball game, but Omaha's got some very good guards themselves. Justin Simmons with a 3. He led Omaha with 20 points, ties it at 33 late in the first half. Alex Wellhouse will knock down one here in the final minute of the half. He had 13. The game was tied at 41 at the break. Omaha took the lead with about 3 minutes to play, and the Mavs win it by 8. In Indianapolis, the Jags hosting Milwaukee in a game that goes to double overtime. Demetrius Harris for Milwaukee there. He had 21. And then Milwaukee point guard Jordan Aaron played all 50 minutes in this game. He led him with 28 points. Greg Rice played 50 minutes for the Jags. He had 23 for IUPUI, but the Jags down by 3 at the half. Second half, Aaron again on the drive. P.J. Hubert on a kick-out 3 for IUPUI. He made 4 of those. Hit 2 big ones at the end of regulation. Sean Esposito on a 3. He had 22 for the Jags. He puts them up by 4 with about 8.5 minutes to go in the game. Hubert made a 3 with under a minute to play, sent it to overtime, tied at 77. Aaron scores, though, with 14 seconds left in OT to send it to double overtime, and Milwaukee pulls it out in the extra sessions, 95-88. Double overtime there, just overtime in this one between Oakland and Morehead State. Travis Bader had 5 threes. He had 27 points. Ryan Bass added 18, and Corey Petros inside with 6 points, 9 rebounds. But the Grizz down by 7 at the half. Second half, Bader brings them back, though. Oakland up by 2. And then Duke Mundy Going to get a couple of his 10 right here. And then Travis Bader with his only 2-point make of the game. He'll get it on the scoop. And they stayed tight in the second half. Drew Valentine was big late in the ball game. Oakland up 74-67 with 90 seconds left after the make by Valentine. But Morehead scored the last 7 points in regulation. Angelo Warner for Morehead with a steal in the score. Ties it at 74. They go to overtime. Tied at 74, Valentine for the lead. And then Oakland up 2 with 10 seconds left. And Petros with the block. Grizzlies win at 82-79. So the Summit League goes 2-2 in those 4 games, Brad, and close games other than the NDSU at Akron game. But Akron is really a mid-major powerhouse right now, aren't they?
They really are. They're stringing together some excellent seasons. They were a solid team last year, gave Oral Roberts a run for their money, and now they have the longest win streak in NCAA Division I, and they're a tough team to beat on their home floor.
All right, question about North Dakota State. If Taylor Braun, he's been injured with that ankle injury for about a month here, what if he comes back, and it sounds like he might and probably will here for the Summit League tournament at least?
Yeah, they're hoping to get him back here actually for their Omaha game this week, and that would be a huge boost. I think North Dakota State just needs a little confidence boost, a little shot to the morale, and I think Taylor Braun can give them that. Obviously, they have missed his scoring big time here lately.
All right, well, we will see how the league finished up on Saturday. Back with the rest of the bracket buster games after this.